So you might be in a situation where your PlayStation 5 console is, or your controller is basically not working, essentially where your PlayStation button here is not working. Now this can happen for a few different reasons. The very first thing I'd recommend doing though, as always, is making sure that your controller is charged up. If your controller is not charged at all, or if it was dead and you just randomly charged it right now, that can end up being the problem. So like I said, the most important thing you can try doing is going through and just making sure that your specific controller is completely charged up, making sure there's no issues there, and that might be the main way to go ahead and fix it. Now, the next thing I recommend doing is making sure that whatever console or game that you're playing, make sure that your specific PlayStation controller is connected properly, and also make sure that this specific button is mapped if you're playing it on an emulator. If you're playing it on your PS5, then maybe what you need to do is just restart your PS5, and that might end up doing it. You might be in a weird part of the game where the PlayStation home button is not working. That can also be some things. I've very rarely heard of that, but that could end up being the situation. Maybe your PS5 is glitching. But if you're playing it on a third-party device, if you're playing it on something like an iPhone or some other device like that, well, the main thing you can do for the most part is going through and make sure that your specific controller is properly set up and this specific button is actually mapped up on that specific device. Because if this specific button is not mapped up on that device, that is probably going to end up being the problem. You have to map this specific button to that controller, to the game or whatever that you're playing. If it's an emulator, you have to do the same thing. And that's another thing you can try doing as well. So those are pretty much the main ways to go and fix it. If you have any other problems or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the, hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit the subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.